So I'm going to make a video today for May 12th. Congratulations, guys. Today's the 12th day of May. Indy 500 is May 25th. We're getting really close. We're like halfway through the month of May coverage. Actually, tomorrow I'll be exactly halfway through because I'm doing 26 days. I'll do a video after the 500. So tomorrow we'll be halfway through with May. So crazy. And I'm going to make a prediction in this video, and I'm just going to tell you who I think will get bumped from this year's Indy 500 and why I think they will get bumped. As we know, yesterday I covered there's 34 driver and team combinations that are competing for the Indianapolis 500. If you do not know who they are, go check out tomorrow's video. I explain it perfectly. So, who I think is going to get bumped is very simple. I think it's going to be Robert Shwartzman. And now I need to explain to you guys why I think that's going to be. One, he's a rookie and has never competed in the Oval before, and his team, Prema, brand new team, and they are starting from zero. So, and their lead driver is Kylem Eilert, who has done 3 Indianapolis 500s, 2 with Humkos Hollinger, his first one in 2023, where he crashed. No, his first one was 2022. I thought this year was 2026. My fault, did my math wrong. His first 500s in 2022, where he crashed out of the race with Humkos Hollinger. 2023, he struggled to make the race, ultimately made the race, had a decent showing. Last year was there with McLaren, and finished 11th. So, his results have not been great, but they haven't been horrible. But as your lead driver for a new team, I very, very much worry for them. I do think that Robert Shwartzman, being the rookie, is probably going to be one that gets bumped, because I do think Kylem Eilert will have the upper hand on him. But this being said, I do think there's other drivers that could potentially get bumped. Like maybe let's talk about Jacob Abel. Obviously, we know Dale Coyne very much struggled for pace last year, and Jacob Abel has not been the fastest driver. So if Dale Coyne struggles for speed, are we going to possibly see a reality where Jacob Abel is the driver getting bumped? I think that is a very, very high reality. But I still do think it is Robert Shwartzman, solely because I do think Prema is the worst Chevy team in the field, and they probably won't have the best Chevy engines. Now, we do know Chevy's sandbagging, so we really don't know the whole picture of it, but I do think this year's bump day, even though there only is one bump, is going to be very fascinating. I do think it's going to be a very interesting bump. I think this year's bump is the most unpredictable bump in a long time. You know, I think back to 2023, everyone thought it would be R.C. Anderson with Able Motorsports getting bumped. Last year, everyone was very confident it would be a coin car because they had Catherine Legg and Nolan Siegel, and it was a coin car. But there isn't a bad team this year, and I just think solely because Prema is a new team and Robert Shwartzman is a rookie, that's why I think he's going to get bumped. Now, this might be a really dumb video, and Robert Shwartzman might put it on the pole, lead all 200 laps, and win the race. That would surprise me, but it could happen. This is Indy, anything is possible. But I really do think Robert Shwartzman is going to be the guy that gets bumped. And I'm even dedicating a whole May video to it, which is honestly kind of crazy. But I do think Robert Shwartzman's the guy going home. I could not be more clear on that. I think if it's not Robert Shwartzman, it's probably Jacob Abel. I do think that if I'm to make a prediction right now, the bottom 4 will be Kylem Eilert, Robert Shwartzman, Jacob Abel, and I'm going to go Jack Harvey. I don't know why. That's kind of just what I'm feeling. I do think Honda's going to have the upper hand on Chevy this year. I think Honda really wants to win the Indy 500. Obviously, you know, they won a lot of 500s there. I think they won 3 in a row with Takuma in 20, Elio in 21, and Ericsson in 22. But the last 2 have gone to Penske and Newgarden, and I think it's Honda really wants to get their mojo back, and I think that they're going to get their mojo back. So I don't think it's going to be a Honda team, especially because Honda was bumped with Nolan Siegel last year, and they're bumped with Graham Rahal in 2023. So I'm very, very confident that the bump is going to be a Chevy this year. Now, we should have had 35, 36 entries this year. I know that, but we only have one, and if I have to pick one off experience, team, and just the situation they're in, I think Robert Shwartzman is screwed on all ends. And if you think about it, in practice sessions this year, Robert Shwartzman has probably ran the least amount of practice sessions. I think back to Thermal, he basically didn't run. This weekend, he basically didn't run. So you have 2 weekends where Robert Shwartzman basically didn't turn any laps. I feel like I remember him having problems in St. Pete, but that was such a long time ago, I can't remember off the top of my head. It just feels like Robert Shwartzman's had a rough year, and I honestly, if I'm willing to bet, he'll probably have a crash before qualifying. Most rookies do. Jacob Abel and Louis Foster will probably have a crash before qualifying. Honestly, that's probably just the reality of it. There's 2 kinds of drivers in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, ones that have crashed and ones that will crash. So we'll just have to see. If I'm picking any driver to go home, it's going to be Robert Shwartzman. I could be completely wrong. We'll just have to see. This was just an absolute little spill to get today's video out. I just thought to make my prediction that Robert Shwartzman is the driver that's going to go home. And tomorrow, practice 1 for the Indianapolis 500. I'll be reviewing practice 1. So stay tuned for that video, and see ya.